taken back. Thank you very much. Now, okay.
Thank you. Sri S. Selvaganabathy.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. Education is to promote the economic and the socio-cultural development of developing countries. Education plays an important role in human capacity building and accelerate economic growth through a society's knowledge, skills, and creative strength. Education's positive outcomes include poverty reduction, health status change, socio-economic policy development, and good governance. Keeping everything all this in mind, the budget is aiming to cater to the comprehensive requirements right from childhood to youth, who could be leading from the front in realizing the Viksit Bharat agenda in 2047 and beyond. The highlight of the historic budget 25-26 is total budget allocation for Ministry of Education has reached 1,28,650 crore, marking a 6.22% increase over 24-25. 50,000 adult tinkering labs in government schools is a landmark. In next 5 years, all government secondary schools will be provided with broadband connectivity under BharatNet. In the next 3 years, Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme to provide digital form Indian language books. Allocation of rupees 20,000 crores to implement private sector driven research, development and innovation. IT started after 2014 have got new infrastructure which could accommodate 6,500 students more. It also provides provision of 10,000 fellowships for technological research under PM Research Fellowship Scheme. 5 national centers of excellence for skilling to equip youth for Make for India, Make for World. Manufacturing Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence for Education with a total outlay of 500 crores. Through regulatory changes, regulators are facilitating opportunities for stakeholders by taking measures to internationalize the education ecosystem, bring transparency and industry relevance, and improve access to education for India's youth. Some areas where regulatory stakeholders consultations have resulted in promulgation of regulations are UGC guidelines to facilitate the setting up foreign university campuses anywhere in India, which will further add to this impetus of internationalization. An Institution Development Plan, IDP, for higher education institutions, which provides a strategic roadmap for their functional and structural growth. Mandatory disclosures on institutions' websites provide much needed transparency and allow students and parents to make well-informed decisions about admissions and others. Introduction of PM Vidya Lakshmi scheme to provide financial support to meritorious students, thereby improving access to education and targeting to increase the gross enrollment ratio. Prime Minister Narendra Modi government approved a new central sector scheme, PM Vidya Lakshmi, on November 6, 2024. It seeks to provide financial support to meritorious students in their pursuit of higher education. PM Vidya Lakshmi portal provides single window for students to access information and make application for educational loans provided by banks and government scholarship. It has the following features: information about educational loan schemes of banks, common educational loan application form for students, apply to multiple banks for education loans, facility for banks to download students' loan applications, facility for banks to upload loan processing status, facility for students to email grievances, queries relating to educational loans to banks, linkage to National Scholarship Portal for information and application for government scholarships. Our Honorable Prime Minister made provision for setting up another 85 new KV schools. As on date, there are 1,256 Kendra Vidyalaya, out of which 3 are outside of our country. It is in Moscow, Kathmandu, and Tehran. A total 13 lakhs and 56 students are studying in KVs, with the 85 new KV schools. An additional of 82,560 students can accommodated in coming years, and it will create 5,388 direct permanent employment opportunities by way of appointing, teaching, and non-teaching position in the country. A nation can flourish only language. About 3 language system, I'll come to you after some time. Sir, our Prime Minister taking initiative to cut burden on students during exam time. Prime Minister conducts Paricha Pe Charcha program every year. Many number of students participate all over India and get benefited. Counseling section, stress management, and psychology treatment to students being organized during exam period. It really helps to drop exam-related students' suicide and failures also. One of the best vision of our Prime Minister's scheme is Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao, which is scaling a new heights. The daughters are God's precious gift, but earlier their importance was undermined. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji on January 22 of 2015 launched the scheme Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. The scheme is completing a decade now. It also ensures proper arrangements and participation in education and employment for girl children. The door for admission of girls in Sainik School and National Defense Academy has been opened. Our Modi's government initiatives have contributed to notable increase in women's participation in STEM. The enrollment figure being around 40% as of 21-22. Over the past decade, female enrollment in higher education has risen from 1.57 crore to 2.7 crore, and the number of women securing PhDs has increased by 107%. Regarding the national education policy, it is aims to make high quality education accessible to all children in India. The policy also aims to reduce the gap between academic and vocational streams and to integrate technology into the education system. Like the previous new education system in 1968, 1986, and 1992 education policies, now our new education policy 2020 also received criticism from certain quarters. Are they valid and reasonable? This is my question. Since 1965, the anti-Hindi sentiment has come to prevail in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. In fact, the opposition to the 3-language formula stemmed from this sentiment. The sentiment has been established so strongly that the 3-language formula of new education policy 2020 without compulsory Hindi is also opposed. Now we are not giving compulsory education for Hindi, but it is also being opposed. I would like to remind the House 3-language formula was put forth first in 1968 and it is followed in 1986 and 1992. Then three-language formula had a compulsory component in the Hindi at the time. Whose government did this? Only our Congress government did this. But in 2020, Hindi is not being made compulsory. I would like to remind you that all other southern states followed the formula and learned Hindi, except in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Puducherry also, now the CBSE curriculum is being introduced on government schools, and three-language formula is followed in Maghe and Yanam region. I have a question to my friends of the opposition benches. Do they share the same view on three-language formula? Even yesterday, one of the Congress colleagues has vouched for the two-language policy in Tamil Nadu. That is fine. Will the Congress say openly the nation needs only two-language formula? Will the leader Sri Rahul Gandhi will agree to that? Because it is Congress government which formulated the three-language system. Even now, they implement three-language formula in Karnataka and Kerala in the south, but in Tamil Nadu, they are supporting for two-language system. They forget that they are pan-India parties and pretend to support the two-language formula in Tamil Nadu. Wherever possible, the medium of instruction until at least grade 5, but preferably till grade 8, 5 and beyond will be the mother tongue or local language or regional language. It does not neglect English medium. It is simplified that thereafter the medium will be English. I have another question to the champions of Tamil. This new education policy prescribes mother tongue as the medium of instruction up to 8th standard. This was not the case with the previous policies. Only the BJP government thought of giving primacy to the mother tongue. It proposes even technical and medical education in the regional languages. Is it not a welcome development? Do you want to oppose this also? There are some self-appointed champions in Tamil language, its heritage and culture. They claim that they are the saviors of Tamil. Before 1967, most of the schools in Tamil Nadu offering Tamil only as the medium of instruction. Only after the dawn of DMK rule, the matriculation schools and CBSE schools have mushroomed, where Tamil is not a compulsory subject at all. They are responsible for more than 30 lakh students completing the school education without learning the alphabet in letter in Tamil. This is very pathetic. They must repent that they have paved way for total neglect of Tamil, even for Tamil natives. Universalization of literacy and numeracy is a much needed one. As a part of it, a Right to Education Act will be extended to cover secondary level. This aims to make education accessible to all children from 3 to 18 years, regardless of their socio-economic background. It is a step towards ensuring social justice by roping in children from underprivileged sections. All the same time, the stress on quality cannot be compromised. Assuming that by grade 3 means end of grade 3, functional literacy, including reading and writing and numeracy, including doing basic operations on paper, are to be attained by the children when they complete the grade. What is its varsity can be proved only by a competent screening system. This is where the question of assessment becomes. The new education policy 2020 brought out by the central government a target of 6% of GDP was fixed for education. For the year 25-26, the budget allocated for the Ministry of Education is rupees in more than 1 lakh crores, which is 33% above the revised estimate at of 24-25. The Department of School Education and Literacy has been allocated for 78,572 crores, which is 60% increase over the revised estimate of 24-25. And the Department of Higher Education has been allocated rupees 50,000 crores, which is an 8% increase over the revised estimates of 24-25. Sir, only with small request I conclude. Our Puducherry has introduced CBSE syllabus in all government schools. Sir, Puducherry requires special assistance for upgrading the government schools, improving infrastructure in colleges, and expanding scholarship for students from economically weaker section. I urge the ministry to allocate specific funds for ET of Puducherry to ensure equitable educational development. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद श्री जोश के